Hi everyone, Katerina here. A little bit late, but I would like to wish every single one of you a very happy new year. Since coming back from our holidays, I just had a few commitments and I didn't get around to recording videos until now, but I am starting that now and I'm so happy to be back at my craft table doing this. In today's video, I would like to give a shout out to Monika at Crafting with Quilling Lady, who recently reached her first 1,000 subscribers. So congratulations, Monika. So happy for you. And on this wonderful occasion, she has organized a very, very generous giveaway for you all. And as well as that, she has designed these digital stamps which you can get and download and use in your crafting completely for free. I will leave a link to Monika's video in the description box below. In that video, Monika outlines all the terms and conditions to her giveaway, and also you can find the links to her downloads, including the freebies. So for today's card, I decided to use some of the papers of her Purple World collection, which is, by the way, one of the collections up for grabs if you choose to do so. And the floral pattern or the leafy pattern is from the main paper collection, and the dotted one and the lilac one are from the add-on papers from that same collection. The collection also includes lots of flowers, and these are just a very few of all of the flowers that is included in there, and also some foliage in here, all in different shades of purples and purple bluish colors. I absolutely love it. I think it's so magical. I really love this collection. I have used this in my crafting before. I made some beautiful cards, and in here I'm just showing you this rose. It's just gorgeous. And to use the flowers, I like to add a little bit of a glitter, and I'm just going to show you how I made this, because I did this in advance on most of my flowers because the glue obviously needs to dry. So all I'm doing, just taking a fine tip bottle and I'm going just following the lines that are already on the flower, just really going in very gently, not adding too much glitter. I don't want the glitter to cover up the whole flower today. What I would opted for is just to add lines in it, and once this glue will dry clear, it adds such gorgeous sparkle to this. I love glitter. If you've seen any of my makes before, you know that I love glitter, and these flowers just work with this crystalline glitter so very well. The crystalline glitter that I have here is from Chloe's Creative Cards, and this is the fine crystalline, and I think they turned out just beautiful. I will show you a close-up comparison in a wee second. So this is the one that I did just now, and you can see the white lines of that glue still in there. I'm looking for one that is a same or a similar design, and once that glue dries, all you are left with that is just stunning sparkle on them, and I think it brings these gorgeous, already gorgeous flowers just to your next level. I will prepare and organize some things off camera, and then I will be back. For my card today, I chose a white heavyweight cardstock of 10 by 7 inches. To demonstrate the scoring for you, I'm going to use a piece of green cardstock, and instead of a scoring tool, just a pencil, so you can see better what I'm doing. On the longer side, score down at 2.5 inches on either side. Once you scored down, this is where I'm folding those two lines by just showing you that that's exactly the same thing I did on my white cardstock. Turn it onto the 7-inch side, and now you're going to pull a score line between the two score lines that you already made in there. So you're just coming in 1 inch from the side and score between the two score lines. Later on, this line will become a cut line, but I will show you that in a minute. So just repeat exactly the same thing on the other side. Turn it back to the 10-inch side, measuring 1 inch from the 2.5 inch mark that you already made, or the score line, and score in 1 inch on both sides. Finally, halfway through your whole cardstock, it's the 5-inch mark, just score down to that 1 inch score line that you already made. Now, this here that I'm using my pink pen now to reinforce those lines will be the cut lines. Everything else will be a score line. I like to reinforce my score lines from both sides of the cardstock, front and back, when I'm making cards like this, because all the score lines will be folded differently. And this card was inspired by one of Monika's make. I will leave the link in the description box below where she created this card. I think she mentioned it was inspired by Mixed Up Craft, I think. Anyway, you will be able to find all that information in the description box below. I changed my scorings slightly, just for no other reason really, just to show you how you can alter things, bits on your mix to make them a little bit more different. No other reason really. So in here I'm going to cut down those two lines that I'm showing you here using my craft knife. Now I've cut this footage out of my video because for most of the time all you could see was the top of my head. And here I'm going to fold all those score lines. So I'm folding the doors, the 2.5-inch doors, upwards towards myself and making sure I am burnishing those score lines. Now I'm going to pop those two 1-inch score lines out again towards myself. So these will be mountain folds. And then you can choose what you want to do with the one in the middle on the 1-inch strip in there. You can either keep them as valley folds and have them coming to the back of the card, or you can pop them the other direction and then they will be coming out in front of that main panel in there that you can see. So it is just another way of changing these cards about. I will have mine at the end in this orientation because I just like it better for this card than this design that I made. But I did make cards before, similar cards like this, and I was popping them the other direction. It really just depends on the design and on the measurements where you're scoring your lines, really. So let's talk mats and layers. So for the two side pieces in here, the lilac paper measures 2.25 by 6.75, and the pattern leafy paper measures 2 by 6.5, and you need two of those. For the middle section, 2.75 by 4.75 for the lilac-y one, and 2.5 by 4.5 for the white polka dot one. These two strips, you need two pieces of 3/4 of an inch by 4.75 of an inch for the lilac-y one, and 1/2 inch by 4.5 for the polka dots. And for the 4 small strips in here, I used 3/4 of an inch by 2.25 for the lilac-y ones, and 1/2 inch by 2 inches for the small polka dot design on top. So you could leave it in here if you don't want to decorate the other side of the card, because obviously this is the way it will be displayed. However, I want mine to be like a proper gatefold card, and I'm going to decorate the outside ones. I made 3 layers of papers in here. So the larger one measures the same as the ones on the inside, 2.25 by 6.75 for the lilac-y one. Then for the leafy pattern, I used the 2 by 6.5. And for the polka dots on the top, I used 1.75 by 6.25 of an inch. I just wanted to bring a little bit of both patterns onto the outside in here. To embellish my card, I'm going to use some of the clip arts I showed you at the start of this video. You can see some of them are missing in here. It is this gorgeous cake, one of the winter girls, and a cupcake that I already colored in and cut out. Just how gorgeous are these? On the pearls you can pick up on a little bit of a crystalline as well as the flame of the candles. And this is the cupcake and the winter girl. Now to color these in, I used one of my favorite sets lately by Spectrum Noir. This is a tricolor brush markers, and I ordered these from Crafter's Companion. They are just stunning. The color combinations that you get out of these tri markers are just the most mystical, most magical colors ever. I love these. Just look at how they turn from blue to green and from purple to pinkish. I just love coloring with these. So I added a bit of a glitter on top of the icing of the cupcake, and this is the Red Stardust by Chloe's Creative Cards. And for a bit more subtle sparkle on the bow and the ribbon around the cake, I used the clear sparkle pen by Spectrum Noir. Obviously not this pen that I showed you, because that one is still unopened. I can't find the one that I just used. It disappears on my table. My table is magical, makes everything disappear. Anyways, I will leave some footage, close-up pictures and close-up videos at the end of this tutorial so you can see all the lovely coloring and the sparkle in all its glory. So for my sentiment, I decided to use Happy Birthday from this Papercraft Society box kit. I wanted to print out something along the lines of hope your birthday is sweet as you are, or hope your cake is as sweet as you are. But there were just too many words in it for a little space that I had to work with here. So I had to opt for a happy birthday instead. I decided to stamp and heat emboss this. So I'm using my clear sticky ink to stamp out happy birthday onto this piece of cardstock, and the embossing powder I'm using is the silk brocade, and it's a lovely purple one, and it goes just so well with the color theme of today's card. So I'm just going to heat set this with my Wow Heat embossing tool, which has two different speeds, and I'm just using the higher speed on this one. I very rarely use the lower speed. I don't think I ever needed to use the lower speed yet, unless it's for a little bit of a embossing glitter where I don't want it to be blown away. But you can see how lovely this color matches the color of the cake. So this is the first time of me using my lovely little trimmer. How cute is this? And this one is from Stamps by Me, which was included in the package, in my winning package from Stamps by Me. And I've had this in my drawer. I just never thought of it. Now I reorganized a little bit the space in front of me when I'm crafting, and now it's sitting right in front of me. So you'll probably see it more often, me using these things. Amongst others, because there's some other lovely stuff that I'm looking at now, which I will be using in upcoming videos. So now I just matted this up against that lovely lilac cardstock, which I used on the mats on the card itself. This is just to bring everything together. And I have cut the little frame around my sentiment from it. Now I'm going to arrange these on that middle section with the white background or with the lilac polka dots on it. And some of the things I will be popping up on foam pads, and some of the things I will be just gluing straight onto. And I also will be using hot glue just to add my flowers in there. So all I have left to do is a belly band for my card, and this is a 1 inch wide of a strip, and I think it's about 11 inches in length, something like that. You can always cut away if it's a bit longer, it's not an issue. And this is the same lilac paper I used all along on the card, just to make everything nice and matchy, just the way I like it. So to embellish my belly band, I'm going to cut a square of that same lilac cardstock to 3.5 by 3.5 inches squared, and the white one with the polka dots is 3.25 inches squared. I'm going to glue these on top of each other, and because I used collal glue all throughout this card, this is such a lovely, sturdy, real good quality feel of a card. I love using the collal all-purpose glue in all my makes lately, or ever since I discovered collal glue. It's been a while. So I'm just adding a bit of a glue just onto the two corners and then onto the belly band. I didn't add it onto the topper because I don't want to risk transferring some glue onto the front of my cardstock and then having to redecorate it all over again. Would be catastrophic at this point, wouldn't it? So this is the diamond shape that I'm going to decorate using the gorgeous Winter Girl that I colored in and I showed you earlier on this video, and also the cupcake. So I'm going to glue the little girl down just straight flat onto the cardstock. And I'm going to pop the cupcake on some foam pads. This will give a lovely dimension to the front of my card as well as it will provide me with the opportunity just to tuck some lovely glittery flowers behind it. And I'm going to choose two of the smaller ones that I've printed and cut out, and one of the rose, one of the, I think it's like a gerbera, and they just look gorgeous. This way I brought some of the inside onto the outside of my card as well. I think they look gorgeous. I was thinking of adding a third one, but then I decided against it. It was just too much. I wanted the main focus to be those lovely clip arts or digital stamps that are colored in upside down. So this is it. The card is ready, and stay on because I'm going to show you some close-ups now. And just look how lovely and fun all that coloring is, and I love the touch the glitter gives to this card. I just really adore how lovely this turned out. I really hope you liked today's tutorial too, and if you did, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet done so, and give me the thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. And if you haven't yet hit the notification bell, make sure to do that so you will get notified anytime I upload new videos. Be sure to check out Monika's giveaway video, which I have linked in the description box below for you. And also make sure you check back on my channel. I will be having a lovely surprise very soon coming up too. I really hope to see you there. Until then, bye!